Good morning, Falcons. Today is Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. I'm Grayson, and it's a review from the Falcons Nest. FFA will have a call out Friday for students interested in competing on the Parliamentary Procedure Team. The meeting will be Friday during SRT in Mr. Laughlin's room. If you're driving in Walkerton or North Liberty on Halloween night, watch out for trick or treaters who may be darting into the street or crossing at the middle of the block. Trick or treat hours in both communities will be in Plymouth will be from 5 to 7 p.m. In this week's edition of Health Minute, blood drives, including the one we have here at John Glenn, have an impact on the local blood supply. WSJV reports that the South Bend Medical Foundation is in urgent need of type O negative blood. It now has less than a day's supply left of the blood type. O negative blood is considered the universal blood type, meaning that it is compatible with patients of other blood types. It is crucial for emergency life-saving transfusions. Eligible donors can schedule an appointment with the South Bend Medical Foundation online on the appointment page or through a walk-in. And that's this week's Health Minute. The Indiana Department of Natural Resources is asking for your help to report sightings of the Mediterranean geckos, an exotic lizard species that has been seen around the state. According to WLFI, if you see one, snap a pic and email it to HERP Surveys. This will help the DNR track locations of this introduced species. Mediterranean geckos are 4 to 5 inches long and are tan or pink with brown blotches on their body. They can also be identified by their warty skin, banded tail, and large, bulging eyes that have vertical pupils. The lizards are most active at night and can be observed near outdoor lights, feeding on insects during the warm season, or inside buildings at any time of the year. Mediterranean geckos are the most widespread exotic lizard species introduced to the United States. These lizards are closely associated with man-made structures and typically live in and around buildings. They cannot easily spread in Indiana because they need a heated building to survive winter. Many families across St. Joseph, LaPorte, and Marshall counties will be affected by the end of food assistance benefits at the end of this month. WVPE reports that if the federal government shutdown is not resolved soon, it will impact those who receive SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps. Portage Township trustee Jason Critchlow is sounding the alarm. The USDA recently directed all states not to send November funding to the SNAP program's EBT vendors in case the shutdown isn't resolved by then. Critchlow says that would affect about 30,000 people in St. Joseph County and about 20,000 in South Bend. Critchlow also says that the news comes as he's seeing more people struggle with rising utility, housing, and food costs. His office will expand their food pantry hours, and they ask the community to increase food donations. The John Glenn Marching Pride was in elite company Saturday when it advanced to semi-state. From the South Bend area, several bands advanced along with Glenn. In Class A, Penn and Elkhart moved on. In Class B, Concord, Goshen Northridge, and Plymouth all advanced. Northwood joined Glenn in advancing in Class D. Bremen, Jimtown, Knox, and LaVille all advanced in Class D. And now to weather with Kobe.
Morning, and today's weather is going to be mostly sunny, 40, the real feel 38, the air quality excellent. Now moving to the 3-day forecast. Thursday's going to be a high of 51, partly cloudy, a low of 36. Friday is going to be a high of 54, partly cloudy, a low of 32. Saturday is going to be a high of 57, partly cloudy, a low of 41. And now moving on to sports.
After a short break, the Gaming Falcons were back in action this week. The SSBU varsity match against St. Joe High School has been postponed, but the JV team faced off against North Bloomington High in a hard-fought battle. The match was close enough to require a rubber match, and the Falcons rallied to make things interesting, but ultimately fell to the Cougars. The SSBU JV team now moves to 0-3 on the season. Thank you to Matthew Brennan, Selena Thacker, Aiden Beckham, and Casey Holst for representing the team this week.
The Fortnite Falcons faced off against a tough opponent this week, Penn High School. This matchup was a true heavyweight battle, with both teams entering the competition undefeated. Only one could leave with their perfect record intact. After splitting the two first rounds, the the teams were heading into the final match. Despite a strong effort and some standout moments, the Falcons fell by a narrow margin. The Fortnite team now moves to 2-1 in the season. Thank you to Kobe Van Hooser, Tyler Wazinski, Owen Kabinski, Robert Parker for giving it their all.
The Glen Falcons begin sectional play tomorrow night at Calumet. South Bend Tribune writers have installed the Falcons as a 1-point favorite to move on to the second round.
The final Associated Press rankings are out as high school football teams prepare for the sectionals. In 6A, Brownsburg finished first with Crown Point second and Penn fifth. New Palestine leads the pack in 5A with Maryville fifth, Concord sixth, and Michigan City 11th. East Noble makes it first appearance of the year at number 1 in Class 4A, with Mishawaka second, South Bend St. Joe 7th, and Lowell 12th. In Glenn's Class 3A, Evansville Memorial leads the way with Knox and Miles McLaughlin at number 4. Tippecanoe Valley is 7th, and West Noble is 12th. In 2A, Adams Central, Miss Thomas Alma Mater is number 1. Rochester is 8th, and Wheeler is 11th in Single A. Larry Bird's High School, Springs Valley is number 1, and North Judson drops to number 7. And now back to lunch with Kobe.
Today's lunch is going to be popcorn chicken smackers, ham and cheese calzone, PBJ Uncrustables, ham chef salad, turkey chef salad, and not for the sides, roasted baby carrot, peas, pineapples and mandarin oranges, simplot fried rice with vegetables, variety of muffins, orange ginger sauce, general TSO sauce, fortnite or fortune cookies. That's all we have today. Falcons, have an amazing day.